It can't be hard to write poetry. If I'm gonna look into it, I know I can. Let's see, how about 6 line stanzas and okay octameter. Ooh. Well, I'll write 18 stanzas because it's my lucky number.
He's Edgar Allan Poe and he's still lucky.
This poem has to be brooding and melancholy. A poor student is sitting around missing his girlfriend.
So sad.
I have my rhyme scheme, and my plot points, and my dictionary.
In case he uses some big words.
Now you're right this second.
Edgar Allan Poe. Today he's revered by horror writers.
And loved by youngsters and teenage boys.
His stories are entwined in pop culture references and recommended on college reading lists.
So imagine the possibilities if this misunderstood writer was to walk among us today. Rose Elementary School days?
Okay, class, it's time for show and tell.
Yes.
To his struggles as an author, forced to lower his standards to earn a paycheck.
Welcome to Taco King. May I take your order, please?
You'll see it all.
Sit back and enjoy.
As several of us portrayed a famous author in
Podunk by Burton Bumgarner.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
No.
Long ago in a galaxy far away.
No.
Let's try the old-fashioned approach. Once upon a time.
Once upon a time, what?
Once upon a new time.
Not feeling it.
Once upon a time. Early in the evening.
That's closer.
Once upon a time, where did that see?
Help him.
Rat, never more!
And a bird get in my house. Shoot, fly away.
Never more, never more!
Get out of here, you stupid Robin.
Robin.
I'm a raven, rat, you dummy!
How'd you get in my house?
She's a symbolic expression of a creative soul.
In a profound state of disillusionment.
Never more!
Is that supposed to mean something?
I'm trying to rat! Help you write your poem!
Well, you're getting feathers on my desk.
Right! Try Once Upon a Midnight Dreary.
Try making friends with a cat. Shoot, fly away, get out of my house. Once upon a midnight dreary.
Then what?
Once upon a midnight dreary, a talking bird got in my house.
That's not very good.
Once upon a midnight dreary. Well, I thought about a guy losing his girlfriend.
How about While I Pondered Weak and Weary?
Now that's good. Once upon a midnight dreary. Well, I pondered, weak and weary. I was interrupted by a stupid bird!
The poetry gig is a lot harder than it looks.
And now, Edgar Allan Poe goes to elementary school.
Okay, class, did anybody bring anything for show and tell?
And I'd better not eat another dead bat.
It was so weird.
Does anybody besides Annie have anything for show and tell? How about you, dear? What did you bring to show to the class?
I brought some nails. My father built a treehouse for me, and he used nails just like these.
Well, that's a very nice thing to share.
Didn't I go close? No, I would do that. To keep things out. Like that, or gorillas, or body play. It was so weird. I brought a shovel. I'm going to hit somebody with it. No. When I went to the beach, I did it to make a sandcastle. If I had a shovel, I'd use it to place my basement. Then I get some bricks. Then I made some diamond. Then I built a wall. Then I get some of that wall. Then I prick them in from another hair. Why would you do that? Please tell me.
Now, Eddie, do you remember that little talk we had about frightening the other children? How about you, dear? What did you bring to show to the
I bought a necklace that my grandmother gave me.
It would be cool if there's a plate at the end of it, and you would tie it to the floor, and then the plate got closer and closer.
You're so creepy!
Anybody else?
I brought a picture of my cat, Frisky, too. Is Frisky a black cat? She's kind of gray. Is she friendly? She's very friendly. Can you walk on a leash? No, she's a cat, not a dog. In fact, you can make me walk on a leash. You can't do that. I was strangled with that. Oh, a cat bit my grandmother.
I like your cat. It's being weird again.
Does your cat go with dice? Of course. I see those guys too. No, don't look at her. Do you want to see my bag? No! You're so weird.
So, tell me, why did you bring a picture of your cat, Frisky?
Oh, because when I grow up, I want to be a veterinarian.
Me. You just want to be vegetables?
No, I want to be an animal doctor.
Oh. Well, I want to be a movie star.
I want to be a museo and build me.
Get it?
I mean, I want to write stories. Not just any stories, though. I want to write stories about people getting buried alive. Death with terrible diseases, being hard. What I get from that.
I think we'll go visit the guidance counselor again. And now it's time for the fall of the House of Usher.
Positions, everyone. Okay, I just tell me a movie.
I got a horror story called The Fall of the House of Usher.
Like somebody who shows you where to sit when you go to the baseball games.
No, Usher is a last name of a prominent family.
You gotta do something about that name.
Anyway, it's a tall, dark, and mysterious day. Off in the distance is a gloomy old house with a crack in the wall. It's kind of falling in. Our narrator is going to see his childhood friend, Roderick Usher.
What?
I guess he got a message that Roderick wanted to see him. So, anyways, after the credits roll, our narrator winds his way through a maze of dark and mysterious rooms until he finds Roderick.
Roderick, my childhood friend. I finally found you. Say, this place could use a little sprucing up.
My old friend, thank you for coming. I'm physically and emotionally ill.
Well, maybe I can cheer you up.
For he's a jolly good fellow.
I wish you wouldn't do that.
Okay, so, what is up?
My family is in this house for generations. But only one member of each generation has survived.
So, are you looking for somebody to marry?
I have a terrible secret to disclose.
You don't have anything contagious, do you?
I have the curse of the Ushers.
That can't be good.
I have a twin sister named Madeline.
Oh, really? I never knew that. So, what's this Madeline like?
She's cursed.
Nothing personal, but you could use a little boost in the appearance department yourself.
She's dying. In fact, she might already be dead. Let's go have a look.
Man, she looks worse than you.
She's dead.
Okay, this is getting a little too weird.
Please, you've got to help me.
Help you what?
Take her to the family crypt, which is conveniently located in the basement of the house.
You have a graveyard in your basement? Is that legal?
We have a crypt, and it's perfectly legal to grab her feet.
Okay, but you can only dig.
Freeze. And with that, they take Madeline to the crypt below the house and seal her body in a tomb. Action.
Are you sure she was dead?
Of course, I'm positive. Well, I'm mostly positive. I'm afraid I buried Madeline alive.
What makes you think that?
Roderick, I'm going to raise your skinny neck.
Madeline, no! We thought you were dead. I'm Roger's friend. Well, his former friend. I never remember the guy up there and his sister alive. This might be a good time to leave.
And with that, our narrator escapes the House of Usher. He looks back in time. He looks back in time to see the house crumble to the ground.
And that's it?
That is all. Thank you very much. You may go now.
I tell you, Yeti, I got some problems with your story, but I think we can work through them if you're willing to do a little rewrite.
What kind of rewrite?
Well, first of all, plot.
It's a gothic tale of terror!
It's a mess. Let's line it up a little bit. We can move the whole thing to a beach. We'll get Adam Sandler to play the guy in the house. But we can change his name to Chris. Then the sister can fall in love with a lifeguard named Benny. What do you think so far, Eddie?
I hate it!
Great, great. And then the guy can get arrested for assaulting an old lady.
Yes.
Well, it's a mistake. And then a spaceship can land. Everybody can live happily ever after. That's a lot tighter.
You can't be serious.
That's the offer, Eddie. Give me a stupid comedy for some big-name actors, and you've sold yourself a screenplay. We can call it The Fall of the House Chris. What do you think? We should do lunch.
Perfect segue. And now it's time to head to the drive-thru for some fast food.
Welcome to Taco Cake. May I take your order, please?
Yeah, I want a number 6 combination. Extra cheese sauce, extra sour cream, extra guacamole, extra chips, and a large diet soda.
Are you
Well, I got some good news and some bad news. The bad news is no one wants to hire you because you're really depressing.
Oh, well, what's the good news?
I got a coupon for a free drink. How about a medium Amontillado?
We don't serve Amontillado.
I know, I was messing with you. I'll have a coffee, black, with cream and sugar.
Ah, 375. Pull around the first window. Welcome to Taco King. May I take your order?
Andy, is that you? It's me, Henry David Thoreau.
Davey, I thought you were living in a shack in the woods writing on fiction.
Well, I was. Then I got a craving for some nachos. I might leave that part out of my book. I'm thinking about calling it Walden After the Pond. What do you think?
A book about living in a shack on a pond.
Yeah, why not? I figure if you can get published, anyone can.
Thanks. 575. Pull around the first window.
Yeah, I'm chocolate supreme with extra onions.
Are you trying to make the world's top 10 list of worst breath?
Hey, are you some kind of smart guy or something?
As a matter of fact, I am a smart guy. I'm better at it than Longfellow, Hawthorne, and Thoreau. And I'm stuck working the midnight shift at Taco King.
Hey man, I didn't ask about your out of the letter. All I want is my chocolate supreme with extra onions.
I'll give you my autobiography. I was an orphan. My wife died a terrible premature death. I got kicked out of the military. I can't control my impulse to gamble. Sometimes I get so depressed that I can't even stand.
Aw, that's your shame. Here, I'll make it easy. I'll have the chocolate supreme without the extra onions.
Okay, I think you'll like it better. 2350. Pull around. Welcome to Taco King. May I take your order, please?
Is that Eddie Poe?
That voice sounds familiar. I'm sorry, who wants to know?
Miss Crumbly, I taught language arts.
The teacher who said I'd never become a writer. I'm sorry, I'm Henry Longfellow.
Okay then, I'll have the number 9 combination, and don't forget the lettuce.
Lettuce? You ruined my life, and all you think about is lettuce. Well, actually, my life is art. But you're more than that.
Oh, well, that is Eddie Poe. Well, I'm not going to buy a quesadilla from you.
How can anyone take a story like Macbeth and make it more? You did, lady. You ruined it. But you just wait. One of these days, high school students reading stories heard by me, Edgar Allan Poe, in order to remember the system.
Okay, well, I'm not going to sit here and listen to this.
Please go on our hair.
Eddie, we need to have a little talk.
Oh, boss, I didn't see you.
Eddie, I'm not sure you're Taco King material.
You mean I'm not a corn tortilla?
I mean, you're into the
They're
customers.
not customers. They're nightmares from my past.
I'm sorry, Eddie, but I think you need to find a new line of work. It's time to turn into your Taco King crowd.
Seriously? You're gonna fire me from Taco King? What am I supposed to do now? Go live with Thoreau?
I hope you find happiness, Eddie. Or at least, less misery.
And now the conclusion. Let's recap what we learned.
And so, Edgar Allan Poe became one of the greatest writers of the 19th century.
Poe was a tortured soul whose writing now tortures high school students.
Where would we be today without him? Probably a lot better off.
Hey, that's not very nice. Poe invented the American short story.
Yeah, for people too lazy to read novels. He brought nightmares to life. And he used a lot of really big words.
Poe lived an unhappy life, full of excess and unfulfilled ambition.
So the moral is, don't become a famous writer.
No, that is not moral. Are you crazy?
Wait,
You
that's
don't
a
know.
horrible moral.
It's a
Wait,
real moral.
guys. I've got it. The moral is, don't become a famous writer with an unhappy life full of excess and unfulfilled ambition. Unless you want to be like Edgar Allan Poe.
Close enough. We end with the most famous word ever uttered by a bird.
You mean Polly wants a cracker?
Okay, the second most famous word ever uttered by a bird.